Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Today is April the 7th, 2020. Still, it's really weird saying that, 2020. All right, today we're doing a retake on my card that I had made, I believe, last week. And it's this chemistry set card. And it was a blast making it, but unfortunately, the video on it is no more. It's not usable. I mean, it's usable for my blog, but not for YouTube, and I need to redo it. So I'm going to be doing a chemistry set take two. And we're not doing the same card, we're going to be doing something slightly different. We are taking some of the elements, but we're changing up the card a little bit. So this is what we did last week. Now, I was trying to use my printer to cut these out in order to show you a different technique. But as you can see, I'm running low on ink, and it's going to take me a couple of days to get the ink that I need. And my music is super loud, and I need to turn it down. Where's my music? There it is. And let me turn it down just a little bit. There we go. It's like blaring in my ear. Now, I was going to use a different method. I was going to cut everything out. And I was going to use the formula me and you equals love. And then I was going to put the actual periodic table of elements, just two of them. But I guess I need to watch more videos on Tanner Bell on how he gets it right, because this is super bolded. This is unlegible. It's not readable. It's not readable. So we're not doing that. I'm doing it all by hand. Yay me! But I'm still cutting out and showing you how. I'm still showing you what I'm doing, but I'm gonna have to handwrite it out, and I'm going to have to cut a little border, unfortunately, for it. So this is the card that we are using today. This is our already pre-made card. It measures, let me get all my papers here. This measures 6.5 by 5. So it's a pretty big card in a pretty big envelope. But that's the same thing that I use for this one. This pre-made card. You can use a standard A2 size card. It's just you got to realize the smaller the size it is, the smaller your printing is going to be, and as well as the smaller the cutting is going to be. So I wanted to use a nice big card to put all this stuff on. I'm going to be using some red, some pink, some purple, a bit of sunshine yellow, and a lighter pink. And of course, I'm going to be using some gray for some stir sticks and white for the beakers. Now, I'm not sure which of these I'm going to use. I really want to use this black and use some white pigment ink to make it pop, or jelly pen if I can find it. Or I'm going to use this decorative one. Hey, Devlin. Hi. Or they use this decorative one and then just somehow print the sentiment later. I mean, I can try to see if I can do it on my actual WordPress, try to port over the image into WordPress and then print it and then cut it out by hand. I don't know. That seems like a lot to do just to get a sentiment. So it's either going to be handwritten or it's going to be cut and print and cut. We'll find out at the end of this. And of course, I did get some of my little sponges here because I'm going to be doing a bit of shading, nothing too crazy. And of course, my mat, which I have to order. I keep forgetting to do. So let's get started, shall we? Let's go over to our machine. Oh, and of course, the most important thing of all, the thing that I cannot live without, my duct tape, or my painter's tape, which seen better days. All All right, let's get over to what we're working with today. So you see the period, this is new right here. And the reason, how I came to find this, I went onto the interwebs, the internet, if you will, and I looked at the periodic table and I got the spelling. So I got my V from here and my LU from here. So I just looked at the information, made a little box, and I put it in here. And I was so hoping that it was going to be a quick print and cut through Cricut, but now I have to go to onto Word and get it done that way. Or maybe not. There might be a third option. All right, so let's just, now this is at 100, this is at 50%. And if I go to 100%, this is how big it is. Now, I did it that big for the tutorial purposes. Hey, Loki. I think she's ignoring us, Devlin. No, I'm not, Loki. I swear I'm not. I even said hello to Devlin. No, let's not get started. Choo, she can't live without the paint. Yep. She is Loki. I am not. I am not. I seriously am not. I looked up, I swear. You guys were not there a second ago. You type faster than I can talk. You guys are mean. Mean, I tell you. Alright. No love from Ari from us. Can you not hear me? Now I'm worried if my mic is not on. You guys are evil. Evil. Can you hear me? We can hear you. Okay, you guys are just being mean. Plain old mean. Alright, I'm going to have to shrink this in order to use it. So let's go back to the 100. That's 100. I know it looks so tiny. Look at that. Look how tiny everything is. And I'm going to have to do this. Susan! Stop it, Devlin. You guys are mean. Picking on a poor crafter like me so early in the morning. I barely had my coffee. Alright. If you guys are here to actually learn, then let us begin. If you're here to tease me, then you can go ahead and find another streamer. And poke fun at them for a while. Big meanies. No, Loki, it's not coffee. It's tea. Hot, delicious, beautiful, wonderful. I wish they would sponsor me tea. But you're the only one I follow that's online right now. Aw. I don't know if I should be insulted or honored by that. Okay. Alright, these are the things that we have to work with. I'm going to make them slightly bigger so you guys can see what I'm actually trying to make here. We're going to start with this little guy right here. This one. Now you guys have me paranoid. You have me checking there every few seconds. Alright. Let's do this start to finish. Okay, we're going to have our circle. We're going to grab our square and then take it off the lock and elongate it just a little bit. Now you can have your beaker as thick or as thin as you want. It really is up to you and the part of, the time of season. So if you wanted to do something Halloween-y, I would probably recommend the funnels to be a little thinner. They look a lot more creepy that way. I follow other streamers. Of the ones I follow, you're the only one online. Yeah, I already saw that. And I don't watch streamers all that much, to be honestly. Aw, I feel honored. Thank you, Loki. Alright. You're gonna make me lose my mojo here. Alright. I'm gonna take this, get myself a square, and take it off the lock. This is gonna be the top of our beaker. So we're just gonna highlight everything and center horizontally. That still looks a little tall. Let me bring this out a little more. There we go. And let's weld. So that's our first beaker right here. Technically, I made this one and not this one, but that's neither here nor there. Let's grab ourselves a circle when we're going to give the inside of our beaker a bit of liquids. And in order to make it look believable, I'm going to grab myself a square. My goodness, I can't even speak today. Take it off the lock and slice. So let's change this to gray. Actually, let's change this to white. And the contents in here is going to be red. Now, there's going to be a bit of duplicating because it's a lot easier for me as a crafter to do these SVGs because I'm working with basic shapes. All I'm using is these shapes right here over and over again. So I'm going to have to utilize some of them to create what I need. So in order to make the bubbles, you could easily do them any size you want. I want this to be pretty bubbly in here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Like that. Weld. There we go. Now I'm going to need some bubbles coming up the pipe and do 1, 2, 3. And it's always good to have different sizes, but you have to keep in mind they have to fit inside the bottle. Let's make this the same color. Let's put that in here. So this is you can actually have the bottle look like that, but I kind of want to give it a little border to make sure that it's inside a glass container. So I'm going to make this a little smaller. Does this fit? Nope. Let's make this a bit tinier. Okay, does this one fit? Nope. Also need to make it a little tinier. Does this one fit? Yes, it does. Okay. So let's copy this because we've already done with this one. Let me just change the color to give it a different look. All right. Let's finish this beaker off. Grab ourselves a square and take it off the lock. And we need to have a little border at the bottom. This is just where it sits, you know, like the beaker sits. And I want to make sure that this is right in the middle. So I'm going to go to center align. There we go. And weld. There we go. And we're going to move this back. Here we go. We have 2 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 projects that needs to be done today. And you can use any of these. I'm just using a couple to do this card. So that's one right there. Let's make the bowl. Now this is the most interesting one of all. You primarily use a lot of circles. So in order to see it better, I'm just going to make it bigger. I'm going to grab myself a square. And I kind of want my bowl to be about right there. It's really all up to you on the height of your bowl or the depth of your bowl. I'm going to slice this. Now you can give your bowl a little base if you wanted to, just like I did this beaker, but I kind of want it to be pretty round. But just to show you, I'll do both, even though it's not up here, and I'll do that at the very end. So I have my bowl. I'll grab my white, and I'll grab my circle, and all I'm doing is I'm going to elongate it. Now I'm going to have it go from the tip to tip. Alrighty. Now I'm going to change this slightly gray just to make it, you know, aware that this is the inside of a bowl. Right now it's an empty bowl, which you can, leave it that way if you need it for a specific project. Okay. In order to get, let's get the bubbles in here. So we're going to take the top portion and duplicate it because we want to make sure that the viscosity inside of it is higher than the bowl. So let's weld this. Okay, good. Now I'm going to keep in mind, you see how I just left this curve, these sides open? You need that. So it's like a guideline so you don't go past what you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a whole bunch of little bubbles. So I'm going to start from right here and then get slightly bigger. Right there. Let's do a little one right here. Make a big one right here. And all of these need to be touching. You don't want any gaps whatsoever. Okay, and let's just do the smallest one right here. All right, I'm going to select everything and then deselect the bowl. Can I deselect it? There we go. Now I'm going to weld. Okay, there's our goop. Now I'm going to just highlight everything and slice. And what that does is just gives me a nice clean cut down here at the bottom. Now I don't need any of this. And since we did purple last time, let's do some green. Green slime. There we go. Yummy slime. Yummy green slime. And of course, it wouldn't be, a toxic slime if it didn't have bubbles coming out of it. Alrighty, there we go. It's alive. It's alive. All right. Let's duplicate this, and we're only doing a small modification. So if you want it, a round bowl, great. If you wanted to have like a tiny little lip, like some bowls do, you can always create it at the bottom. Go back. There we go. And I'm just centering this to make sure. There we go. And slice. I mean, not slice, weld. All right, I need to move this back. So there you go. You got your two different bowls. You have one with the lip and one without. I think the one without looks a little bit better than the one with, but that's just me. You can have it any way you want. With this, I mean, if you wanted, you can actually take this content out and put like a bowl of Fruit Loops in here. Just make a bunch of circles and it looks like cereal. So there's a benefit to having the lip, but for the chemistry set, it's there. Okay. Next, we're going to be doing these triangle or weirdly shaped vials right over here. Containers. That's what I meant to say. So we're going to start off with this one right here. This one right here. You see that one right there? We're going to create that one first. So we're going to grab ourselves a triangle. And we're going to create ourselves a square. Alrighty. You guys still with me? You still following? Or did my nagging just made you run off? It's like, shush, I'm trying to teach her. And now you're like actually quiet now. I'm worried that you guys are gone. All right. Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Devlin. All right, I'm going to align this horizontally. All right, this is the size that I want. But before I actually weld everything, I want to make copy this triangle right here and weld. Okay, there we go. We got it. We got parts of it anyway. Alrighty. So I believe what I did for this one, let's make the container for this one first. Yeah. All right, let's do it white. I almost lost my train of thought. Almost. Let's turn this one pink. And we're going to cut the contents in here in half. And for this one, I think I'm going to do it a little lower than I did before. I'm going to slice. Okay. All right, and I'm going to put some bubbles in here. And pretty much like I did with this one right here, I'm just going to add my bubbles. As many or as few as you want. And I think I'm going to just do that. All right, and weld. Okay. Now this is I can leave it like that if I want, which doesn't look bad, but I just want to make sure that it looks like it's inside the container. And then I have this little bubble coming out. All right. I'm going to duplicate this. And now I'm going to try to make this guy right here. Okay. And the way I did that is I grabbed myself I believe it was a pentagon tool. Yeah, I did. Was it a pentagon? No, I think it might have been a square. There we go. All right. And what I'm going to do is is that on the line? Yeah. You see how this is on a line right here, this shape? I'm going to follow this grid line in order to create these shapes. Okay. All right, and slice. Oh, it's not going to do it because it's not attached. This, and this needs to be attached. Move that back. And slice. Oh, no, it's not attached. What's detach? Let me bring that forward. I think I did it one by one. So this, and then slice. Yep. Okay. Hey, did I just delete the background? Yes, I did. All right. All right. I'm going to just slice this part off. And oh, it bumped me to the side. Darn it. There we go. Slice. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for this side. Slice. Okay. All right. All right. I see that that's on. I'm going to put it right on this line right here so I can follow along. Right there. Slice. There we go. I know this is pretty boring, but I just want to make sure that this is going to be the way I want it to look. Just call it a bit of narcissism on mine. It's like, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect. All right, so I'm going to just move this in a little bit. All right, and let's change the color to yellow. Okay. Alrighty. So the difference between this one and this one is absolutely nothing. All I did is I grabbed it, duplicated it, and I took it off the lock and then shrank it. It's exactly the same shape, I just made it smaller. And by doing that, it gave it a different shape. But I will take that circle out because it's more like an oval. Add that one in and change the color to purple. There we go. Hi, Uni. Not a narcissist. Is your mic in front of your mouth? Yeah, it's in front of my mouth. Why? I can barely hear you. You can barely hear me? Okay, let's see. Let me turn this up. Let's do this. 1 second. How about now? Can you hear me now? I can barely hear. Okay, I had you turn down. You good volume. Okay. All right. Make me worry there. All right. Do you see how it just changes the shape of this? You could even flip this just to make it look a little different. But it's definitely the same shape. It's just smushed. So we have these 3 beakers. Now, as you can see that this has a little cork in it. Now, that's just an option, but I'll show you how to create that. And it's very simple. You just grab yourself a pentagon tool and a square. You take it off the lock, have it go end to end, and slice. And of course, you just change the color. There we go. Okay. And just very much like I did this, all I did is take it off the lock and resize it to what I wanted. So if I want it nice and thin, I can do that. If I wanted a nice and thick one, I just take it off the lock and elongate it. But it's still the same shape, you know. Nothing has really changed. Except for the size, and you're fine. Okay, good. All right. I was worrying there for a little bit. Did I take this off the lock? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. We have these. We still have a few more to go. Alrighty. For the test tubes, these guys right here. It's basically two shapes, and everything else is pretty much repetitive. Okay, let's do the test tube. We're gonna get a square and a circle. And this is what I love about these 2 shapes. They fit very well once they're in the middle. So it's not in the middle yet. There we go. Now it is. Oh, almost. All right. Let's just make sure it is. Let's go to align horizontally. What is that? What was that? I am not sure what that was. All right. Let's weld these 2 together. Perfect. Nice little test tube. But as you can see, these look a little longer. All I did was take it off the lock and resized it. Ta-da! Longer! Grab myself a square, take it off the lock, and of course, we're going to be doing a nice little Mr. T pose. There we go. And then I'm just going to make sure that this is right in the middle and weld. There we go. Perfect. You know what? This is too much of a T. All right. I want this to be like that. Let's take this off the lock. I didn't want that big of a T. I just wanted a little T. And I'm not sure if this is in the middle. Now I do. And it's weld. Hopefully you guys are doing pretty good out there on this beautiful sunny Tuesday. Okay. So I'm just going to grab this. And I'm going to grab myself a square. And let's see, I want my liquid to be about there. I'm going to slice. Okay, I don't need any of that. Keep on rocking in the free world. Poor YouTube people. You guys can't hear anything that's going on over here on Twitch. Alright. I'm going to make sure that this fits in here. Just a little more. Good. Let's turn this one green, and then we'll just go down the line with the colors. And pretty much like what I did with these right here, I'm just going to grab myself some circles. And I think I'm just going to do one on this one. Right there. Okay, select, and weld. Alright. I'm going to duplicate these 2 times. And just to make sure that they look a little different, I'm going to turn this one the opposite direction, which I'm under the wrong location. There we go. Oh, not that location. Maybe I needed to do horizontally. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, I'm going to change the color to purple. And this one yellow. Go on, take the money and run. Alright. Okay. Alright. So we got our beakers. Everything looks pretty good. I'm just going to make sure that these are all lined perfectly on that line right there. Alright. Now we need a little stand because they look like they're floating right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a square. Bring it down a little bit. And then take it off the lock. By the way, Loki, just out of curiosity, I know you were playing Gold Rush Simulator. Is there an end to that game? An end? Or is it like Sims? It just keeps on going. Alright, all I'm just doing is just grab myself some squares or rectangles. Alright, I need to make sure that there's enough on each side. What is that? I don't have my Facebook up. At least I don't think so. Let me take a quick look here, but I'm not sure if it's in front of me. Alright, is this... No, I don't have Facebook up. Huh. Not sure where that sound is coming from. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but I sure can. It's kind of distracting. All right. I'm going to put it right there. I should put it leveled, but I'm not doing that right. All right. It's on the level. I'm going to grab this, duplicate it, and then I'm going to go right over here where it says rotate. Now that I figured out that it was located there, I'm going to stretch this from end to end. I'm going to take it off the lock. All right. And I can tell that this is not leveled correctly. There we go. There is an end to it, but you can reset the parcels so you can keep going. I've heard from more experienced Gold Rush players that after a certain point, it just becomes how many Frankensteins can you buy? Oh yeah, Frankensteins is a terminology used when you splice together certain vehicles, right? Okay, I'm just gonna highlight all of these. Hopefully I got all of them, and I'm gonna weld. Yes! All right, got them all in there. All right, there we go. So let's move this to the side here. And we're just gonna use this one right here. Duplicate it, move it to the side here. Okay, now these beakers don't look like they're floating. You know what? I think I want them. Let me make this a little smaller. There we go. I kind of want the line to be showing, so I'm going to adjust it to go where it needs it. There we go. Perfect. Let's make this a little bit smaller so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Highlight everything. Oh, no, no, no. Don't do that. I forgot to lock everything. Once you lock it, all it does is just resizes it. It doesn't move it any other way other than sizing. All right. So now we're going to be creating this guy right here. So let's get a little closer. All right. This guy right there. Let's get a drink. Fun step. Nope, they don't. They don't? It's not, that's not what it is. When you have a whole bunch of machinery, you splice it together to create a Frankenstein. That in order to get the job done. Was I misspeaking? All right, I'm going to grab this one, duplicate it. I need it twice. And I'm going to line these on the top. You see there's a little line right here that I'm putting it right there. This line right here. All right, I'm going to grab myself a circle. And I'm going to grab myself a square. All right, this is going to be my focal point. And I kind of want to be sure that you can see this line. So I'm going to put it underneath, below it this time. And then I'm going to just take it off the lock, the square, and then elongate it. Make it a little longer. All right. I'll duplicate this again because I like the length of it. But at this, I'm going to weld. All right, I'm going to, and let's change the song. Let's see. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. I just needed to stretch a little bit. All right, I'm going to flip this, choose the rotate button. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna be the man. And I'm gonna make sure that this is aligned in the middle. Is that middle? That doesn't look like middle. That doesn't look middle either. That looks metal. There we go. Let's weld this all together. Really? That's weird. All right, weld. And I'm going to grab myself a square. And all I'm doing is just elongating this. And I realized I went too far, so I'm going to have to cut this. Say I want it about right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this, take it off the lock. No, take it off the lock. And I'm going to slice these two. Since I didn't need it to be this long. There we go. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, and I'm going to weld this together. Ta-da! We're done. Alright, all we need to do is just change the color. So let's see. Let's change this to a different color than what we have. Huh, that's weird. It's getting the whole thing. So weird. Alright, let's do orange. And let's do... It's doing it again. Oh well. You can always choose it over here in order to make sure you're under the right line. There we go. So let's just put this on the line here. And there's only one left. Whew, my goodness. This tutorial is a bit long. Zah! Alright. We are doing this one right here. Let's get a little closer. That's too far. Alright, we're doing this guy right here. Alright, this takes the same kind of precautions as the same kind of method of doing a needle. So you just do a rectangle. Do a slightly smaller square. You duplicate it. Okay, and you want to make sure that all of this is lined in the center. Alright, good. Let's duplicate this again. And all we're doing is just changing it into a rectangle again. Okay. We just have to keep making sure that's in the center. And weld. Alright, so far so good. It looks more like a telescope. You know what? Before let me make this a little thicker. That looks pretty good. That's good. Alright, we need a circle and another circle. And another circle. I just realized there's another circle at the bottom. Okay. And of course we also need a square. Alright, we need to just take this the square off the lock and elongate it. There's no rhyme or reason on the size. This is all preference to what you want this to look like. If you want the base to be smaller, that's really up to you. If you want it to be longer, that's really up to you. So that's my bases right there. I'm going to grab one of the circles, and I duplicated this, and I'm going to take this off the lock because I'm going to have to slice this. And again, there's no shapes. I'm not doing, oh, this is 1 inch. Oh, this is 2 inches. No, this is, you look at it, you say, okay, I want it this size. It's all preference. Okay, I'm going to slice that, and I'm going to put that right underneath. All right. I'm going to center horizontally on this and then weld. Okay. I'm going to take one of the circles and turn it gray, dark gray. I'm going to take this circle and make it light gray. Okay, and the light gray one, I'm just going to make it slightly smaller and bring it forward. Okay. And I want to make sure that this is right smack in the middle, horizontally, center horizontally, center vertically. Okay, and I'm going to just put that right there. Now this is where I have to think outside the box. I want this to have a curve, but I don't want it to be a circle because it's not the right size. So in order to get the curve, what I did is I grabbed myself a square, grabbed myself a heart, duplicated it, and made it fit inside the heart itself. All right. Let's make sure this is right in the middle. Horizontally, vertically. Ah, see, when I did it vertically, it moved it up a little too high. I don't like that. I'm going to move it down just a little more right there. Now I'm going to slice. All right. There we go. All right. I'm going to grab myself a square and I'm going to slice this. This is the same way you make a cup handle also. I mean, it kind of looks like a mug right now if you're really looking at it. But that's not what I need. I need this to be my little handle for my telescope. So I'm going to slice this. Okay. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to finagle this in order to fit. Okay, I'll need the circles to get out of there. Okay. All right, I'm going to move this a little lower like that and weld. Okay. Now to cover that area, let me bring this to the front. I'm not sure why that's not working. There we go, front. All right, there we go. Make this smaller. And you have officially made all the chemistry set. Now this right here wasn't that hard to do. I just grabbed myself a text and I did you plus me equals wrong equals. There we go. Now this is under Cricut Sans. I don't think it costs anything to do Cricut Sans, but you can always check by going make it. Project incompatible. This project is not supported by your current machine. Oh, you know why? Because it's not on. Is it supported now? Can I go into the outs now? Wait, why is it not supported by my machine? Wait. Wait. What? Wait, what? Wait. This project is not supported by your current machine selection. My current machine selection? It says Cricut Explorer family. I don't have a maker. I have an Explorer 1. So I finally get done with my tutorial and I'm ready to cut, and you're telling me this project is not supported? Does it mean, let's see, let me take this off right here. It could be just as easily as it doesn't like the font, so I removed it. Oh, it was the font. I knew it. All right, never mind. I'm just going to have to write it. All right. Since I don't need a duplicate, let's see, which one do I like better? Well, these have little stir sticks right here. And honestly, all I did for the stir sticks, I grabbed myself a heart and a square. Took it off the lock and elongated it. Let's make sure it's right in the middle. And weld. So I really don't need to stir stick this time around, so I don't need that. So which one looks better? 1 or 2? I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with this current one that I just did. I'm gonna take off this one right here. I don't need it. I don't want it. Thank you for playing. All right. I will be using this and these for my project today. And that's it. That's all I'm using, these vials right here. Everything else needs to be deleted. Okay. Is this the size that I want? When without ever knowing the way. Okay. This is 2 inches by 1 inch. These are going to be fine for my card. All right. Now it comes to actually the making of the card. Since the front of my card is a 6 by 5, I'm going to take this off the lock. 6.5 by 5. And it's a white. The inside of my card is what I'm going to be concerned with. And this is going to either be my pattern paper or my black paper. And I want this to have a bit of a border. So what I'm going to do... Okay, let's take this off the lock a little. Let's make this a 6. Make these numbers even. 6. What is going on? 6 by 4.75. Seriously? What is going on here? Why people are texting me? All right, I'm putting it on silent. Let's see. Anything that I need to be aware of? 9. That's a big old nope. Big old note ski on here. All right, I want to make sure that this is centered correctly. I don't like this. How about 4 point... So if it's a 5, let's go with... I thought 4.75 would be good. Maybe it's this that I don't like. Let's do the 6.75. Oh, that's the wrong way. Nope. 5.75. Okay, I don't like that either. I should have stuck with, well, I was ahead. You have a browser open. Yes, it says it, you know, I thought it went up in Facebook that's doing this, but it's not. I have no idea. That's why you're getting all the dings from Facebook. It's not Facebook. And now Bixby is going to be chiming in here.
Actually, that function can't be supported yet. I'm always is improving to provide you a better experience for next time.
Thank you, Bixby. I wasn't talking to you. All right. Okay, fine. All right, this is the size I'm going to do. 6.083 by 4.639. There's the measurements that I'm getting. That's what I'm going to be using. This is either going to be my black or pattern paper. These are the only shapes that I'm working with today. The only shapes. Okay, I want to make sure that this is a different pink. So I'm just going to change the advance and change it slightly. All right, that's it. That's all. So all of these need to fit in here. Let's move this back. Really? Really? Patience. Okay. Let me just make sure that these are going to fit into my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight every single one and I'm going to attach. It's going to change the color, but this is just for my own personal neurotic use to make sure that I can overlap these without having any kind of problems. Okay. Attach. Okay. Bring this to the front. Okay. And I move this right there. Okay. Good. I don't know, they seem a little big. I think I need to move this one. Is this the same thing? No, it's not. It's a different one. I think I just need to make this guy right here a little smaller. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. And then of course I'm going to be having my sentiment underneath right here. So what I need is a white for my sentiment, or I'm going to write it right on the piece of paper, depending on whether or not I go with my pattern paper or my black. Now here comes the dilemma. Do I want pattern paper or do I want it to be a solid black? Snap. You know what? I'm going to do pattern paper. I'm not going to even worry about writing it down. Well, I'm going to have to write it down anyways. Just, oh, decisions. I wish there were more crafters on here so they could tell me which one's better, pattern paper or writing it on black. Because either way, I'm going to have to write it down. But which one would look better? All right, you guys. Those that are there. Those that are here currently. I'm going to have to turn to you. This pattern paper or black. Either one I choose, I'm going to have to write on it. Pattern. Never. We're not here at all. Plaid. Go plaid. I'm not in Spaceballs, sweetheart. I can't go plaid. You know what? I'm going to take Loki's suggestion because he was actually being honest. And since I'm going to go with pattern paper. All right. Bubbles. Not plaid. All has been a speed we've never fully tested. Yes, plaid is a speed we've never fully tested. All right. We've got everything. We have everything we need. Okay. We have our square. We have our sentiment. We have our design. It is time to finally cut. Okay. I just recently found this out via Tanner Bell. I can actually adjust my thing. You see this little, it says material size? I can go to letter and it changes everything to letter. I can actually cut in letter size now. This is cool. All right. Let me do letter size on this also. Letter size on this also. This is amazing. I didn't think this was even, I was wondering what this was. And after watching a tutorial on from Tanner Bell, I'm like, I had no idea you can do this. I had no clue. Basically, what it's telling the machine is, hey, I have a 12 by 12 mat, but my paper, there it goes again. My paper is a 8.5 by 11, so cut it on an 8.5 by 11. Get down here. There you are. All right. All of these are an 8.5 by 11. This is a cool thing too that I didn't know that this Cricut can do. Say that I needed to do a multiple of, say I wanted more of these beakers, more of them. So I can go, all right, I want 2 of these beakers. Apply. It will give me, where did it go? It didn't do it. Oh, it's just going to cut. All right, fine. Let me apply this back. On his, it showed. It gave him a duplicate. Like it made 2 of this, 2 of these. But I see it's not doing it. It's not doing it. So I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm going to go back to my letter size. Oh, it changed everything. Oh, no. No, go back to where you were. And here I thought you were starting to be cool, Cricut. So much for being cool. All right. Am I done? I'm done. Okay, I am done. But I need to go back to this one right here. All right. It's checking for my machine. Set materials, adjust desirable materials. Okay. It sees my blade. Good. Let's get this party started, shall we? This is a very long tutorial. Okay. Oh, that is going to get annoying. Well, it's already annoying. What am I talking about? I literally don't have anything Facebook up at all. The only thing I have is the periodic table, and that's it. Okay. Here's my white. I don't know why I do this. It's not even sticky. It's not. It's so snot. Okay. All right, you guys. But you're right, Loki. Plaid is a speed that we haven't tested yet. Can you imagine if we actually had plaid as a speed? They've gone plaid, sir. I really gotta see that again. It's been years since I've seen it. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, no wonder. Let me take this out. All right. You good? You frosty? You're golden? Yep. All right. I need to adjust the paper size over here to cardstock because I was testing something on regular paper. All right. And cut. And what I need is something to, hold this. This is going to be my little holder. Do, 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 do. It's a shame I lost the footage for this because the video on it was absolutely epic. You guys made it fun. You made it creative. You were giving me input. It's a shame that this particular video. I mean, you can still watch it on Unique Designs by Monica. It's still going to be there, but it's not usable for YouTube at all. It's almost done. Am I good? Yay! Okay. Honey, welcome to the jungle. All right. All right. I'll take this off. Good. All right, moving on to the next one. Next one is black. Everything goes with black. Better in black. But black is going to be my pattern paper, so it's not going to be better in black. It's going to be better in pattern paper. All right. Jungle, welcome to the jungle. All right, I'm going to move that to the side. I am not using the black, so I am using this pattern paper. Let's see, I'm going to do this. And Loki, you are so right. Having a pattern paper is definitely going to look a lot better. It's going to give it some color. Okay, right there. Okay. Alrighty. We're looking good. Everything looking great. Alright, I'm cutting it now. Wait, why is it so big? Why is it so big? Wait, oh no, it's not big. The whole mat is black. Whew! That gave me a heart attack and a half. I thought it was going to do the whole thing. I thought I was going to cut this whole area. I'm like, no, 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 don't do that. Alright, here we go. Now this should fit here. Yeah, look at that. That's what I wanted. Oh, that looks pretty. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's working out. It's coming up roses. What's another terminology? It's coming up aces. Rolling high, big spender. All the other analogies that I can't remember at the moment. All right. What's my next color? Red. All right, Mr. Red. To the jungle. All right. I know rubbing it is not going to do any good since the stickiness is gone, but it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm being productive. Work, darn you, work. Work. Okay. Really don't want any of these small pieces popping up like it did for my earring tutorial. If you missed it, go ahead and check my playlist or go to Unique Designs by Monica to see oh, I lost my train of thought. To see that tutorial on how I made earrings. No, stay down. Stay down. Oh, I can see it popping up. All right, good. Whew. That's a heart attack and a half. I actually made earrings and also pendants for keychain pendants. And if you miss any of that or don't see it on YouTube, you can always go to Unique Designs by Monica under Cricut. And that sound is going to drive me up the wall. There's no notifications that are popping up. Not that I can see. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but I certainly can. It's almost like it's on a timer. Yeah, it's going off every 5 minutes, I think, at this point. All right, red is done. What's next? Let's do some pink. Don't have a gun. No, I don't have a gun. All right. All right. This should be okay. Should be the operative word. Should. All right, let's cut. And it's doing this thing. It's at 25%. Ah, 50%. That reminds me, I need to start making some masks. I was requested by my sister to make some for her and her family. And sadly, my machine is being used by my mother-in-law at the moment. So I'm going to have to get that back in order to make some masks for them and send them out. Okay, come on now. Where's my little picking tool? I love this tool. When I'm having difficulty pulling it out of the paper, this thing always comes through. I know Cricut has one too. They come out with their own version, but I like the silhouette one. It fits so much easier in my hand, and I just ripped the paper. Not that it matters since this is scrap. Okay, pink, done. Dark pink, you're up. Let's see here. Let's cut some of these areas off. Dun, 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 dun. This is one of my favorite songs. Brass monkey, that funky monkey. All right. I'm gonna have to cut this a little more. Oh, come here. Make me stretch. Okay. That should be the right size. Let's just take a quick look at our silhouette to see where this thing lies. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Hopefully I get my new mat soon. Actually, I need to order it. They can't send it if I don't order it. I need to order my mat. But right now things are like at a week. If it's not essential, it takes about a week to get what you need. And we just ordered a new bathroom. There's a thing going on with our bathroom that it's not working properly, and it's missing a part, or the part needs to be replaced. And that, believe it or not, was an essential item. It actually is going to be here tomorrow. So there's certain things that are essential items. The speed of light is tracked in plaid. I know this. I know this, Devlin. You're a little slow on the uptake, but I know this. How you doing, by the way? How are you, Loki, and Uni doing today? Are you loving the quarantine life? Are you loving working from home? Or are you an essential worker that needs to actually go into work? Today? Yes, it is. Let's go past that. I'm not sure where that is located, but I'm going to go and choose this song. There we go. I'm on a radio station that has a bit of news, and I'm going to skip through the news portion of it. Let me bring that back down. Doing all right, Loki says. Doing all right. Still a little tired after yesterday. What happened yesterday? What happened yesterday that you are super tired? Well, then do the dark side of the moon. Something I can do. Yeah. I did some work and stayed up pretty late. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. But at least you're working. I know there's some people I know personally that have lost their jobs. But, you know, luckily the employer says as soon as it's better for you to be fired and get unemployment than it is to be fired and not get unemployment, because they have already informed them that, you know, when this is over, they can rehire them back. Because they're like, look, we don't know how long this is going to last. You're a great worker. We definitely want you to come back to work. But there isn't any work at the moment. So the best that we can do for you is to fire you and you get unemployment. Okay, what color am I on? I'm purple. Because the business is closed. They are not doing any business. It's not like there's still people there. It's a non-essential work. And I understand that. I mean, as a crafter, the saddest thing I heard is that Hobby Lobby and Michael's are closed. But that's because I'm a crafter. But there are places like grocery stores and gas stations that they had to let go some of their employees. Even though they're essential workers, they don't need as many. Okay, I need a cut. So some of them had either taken a pay cut and still keep on working, or they're like, look, it's better for me to fire you and for you to get unemployment. All right. From what I understand, even certain distribution centers for like grocery stores are closing. Okay. Is that it? Am I done? Yeah. Yes, I got it. All righty then. We have cut all of our pieces. Everything has been done. We are now going to the stage of assembly. Oh, and I didn't do the stir sticks, so I don't need that. Okay. Here's our card. Well, here's our envelope. Here's our card. Which I don't need my envelope at the moment, but here's our card. Here's our background. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies, stop talking. Can I get a radio station that doesn't have talking in it? Here, let's do this. My goodness. I know you YouTube people can't hear it, but you Twitch people definitely can. Yeah, thing is about temp unemployment. I have to have a return date. And if that return date comes and goes, I will be considered fully laid off and have to do full on job searching. Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, I know that there are some locations, no, actually, a lot of locations are at will employment. Like the employer has the right to let you go for any reason. They don't really have to specify. Like California, they can let you go for just about any reason, which I wasn't really cool about. It's like, hey, you're just letting me go because you don't like my face, you know? It's not like I was a had poor work ethic. I came in every day. I wore what they wanted me to wear. I did everything with a smile. And on occasion, it's like, I'm sorry, we just don't need you as an employee right now. And it happens. For whatever reason, the company decides, nope, we don't need it. Ah, it's sticking. Ah, it's sticking. And now with things the way that they are, it's a different whole kettle of fish. It's not because they don't like your face, it's because there's no work. And it makes me wonder, is this how it was in the Great Depression? I mean, we're not at the depression point yet where, people are having to line up and get food from the government. There's like an actual location back in the Great Depression where you had to go line for hours to get food. It's not, we haven't hit that point yet. All right. We got the first one down. Okay. I need to make sure what goes where because I wasn't very doing my due diligence. I know that it goes here. I know that goes here. I mean, our the way things are, we're not at that state. Some people are, but not everyone like it was in the Great Depression. Okay. I mean, I've been reading a lot on, I'm just all askew here, about the Great Depression, and I wanted to see what the similarities were and what the differences. Let's see. Does that go here? Does that go here? I think that goes here. Yeah, and this guy goes here. It's like playing with puzzles at the moment. I'm trying to figure out what goes where. Okay. There's some similarities, but not a lot, to tell you the truth. Yes, people are having trouble finding work, but no, it's not due to the crash of the stock market. It has nothing to do with that. If anything, there's a lot of similarities between the Spanish flu than there is the Great Depression. I mean, there's a little bit of similarities with that, but what am I trying to say here? There we go. Oh, I hurt myself. I hurt myself. Okay. That's probably my cue for me to stop talking and do a lot more crafting. Okay. Yeah, these colors definitely work well. So all I gotta do is just to do a little bit of sponging here and there, and then I can finish off my project. So I'm gonna grab this red right here, and I'm gonna start off with this one. And all that's gonna do is just make the edges a little darker. It's not gonna be very noticeable, but it will once the recipient gets it up and close and personal. But it's not gonna be seen very well on on stream. See, right now it looks basically the same. Okay, let's do some yellow. And again, it's just highlighting it a little. Okay. Let's get some purple. Sorry, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I know that you guys are probably came here for some educational and wholesome crafting and not worry about the craziness outside. And I just brought the craziness into the crafting. All right. Do I have pink? No, I do not. I wonder what would happen if I use green on pink. This would be a nice experiment. Oh, that's not too bad. I kind of like it. It kind of turns it like a mustardy yellow. That is interesting. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see what would happen if I do blue to this pink. Oh, nice. I kind of like it. I should have done this to my other one. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, yeah. That looks pretty good. All right, now all I gotta do is glue everything together. All right, where's my glue? Here we go. And if you're wondering what this is Aileen's tacky glue in a Elmer's glue handheld glue pen. So it's from Elmer's, but it was a glue pen and I ran out of it. I used it completely. I'm like, well, what can I do with it? And I filled it up with my Aileen's glue, which I really love. I love my Aileen's. And I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. Aileen's. Probably sound like a hick. Aileen's tacky glue. It's not Aileen's. It's Allen's, maybe. It could be Allen's that I don't really know. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Put that right there. Okay. Let's get these guys all glued down. My exes live in Texas. Alright, let me just put a little dot here and a little dot there. Alright. Perfect. Tennessee. Okay, put this guy right there. Alright. Okay, all this is glued down, glue down. Good, good. Looking great. Looking good. Alright. Oh, I thought I had a little glue, a little dot stuck on me, but nope, it was just tape. Alright, alright. Okay. I'm gonna do right there. Right there. And right there. Tennessee. Okay. Perfect. All right. This is my sentiment. This is where I'm going to be writing down what I had prior, which is you and me equal, and then they have the periodic table of LUV on there. So I'm going to have that. I'm going to have this guy over here. I'm going to have him in the front, or do I want him in the back? I think I want him in the back. And I want him right there. Put this right there. But before I do anything else, I just got my inspirational to hit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a black pin. Okay, 1 second here. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? There you are. Okay, all I'm going to do is just going to go around. I want to make sure that you can actually see the edges. So what I'm going to do is just going to do a small little outline with my pen. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys can actually see. And it gives it more like a cartoony look. It's either that or I was going to have to shade all of these around. And I didn't really want to shade, but I did want to accent that there is a border around here. There you go. That looks pretty good. And the the handwritten look is always good. I mean, as a crafter, that's the whole purpose, is to make sure that this is not all done all by machine. There is a human element, and it's me. Okay. 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 There we go. How's that? How's that look? I look pretty okay? Alright, for this, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do... Let me get my periodic table up and running so you guys can see what I am looking at. Let me move this over. Looks solid. Thank you. Okay, so you guys can see the periodic table up here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my square. Or a rectangle? I think I said it would be a rectangle. Alright. Alright, equals. Alrighty, so the first one is 71. Second one is 23. The first one is LU. And the second one is a capital V. There we go. Now for the LU, that would be LUTE. LUTETIUM. Okay. And for the V portion it's VAND VANAD. Oh no. Can I turn that into an A? No. I may have to use my eraser for that. IUM. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a whiteout if I can find it. Yep, still 5 minutes. All right, that's a little loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down just a little bit. Jitter out of the sea. Okay, so that's you plus me. So I could have made the square a little bit bigger, but you know, um, I suck at what you call it, fonts. That's why I have to get them on the computer because I absolutely hate my writing. Absolutely hate it. But I wanted that human element, which I'm sure the person I give this to is gonna enjoy it. But they're like gonna look at it. I'm like, wow, your writing kind of sucks. I was like, well, yeah. That's why I cut everything out by hand and have stamps because they have better fonts than I do. All right. Still looking solid there, Devlin. Still looking solid. Okay. Here we go. All right. Okay, I'm going to bring one of you guys to the front. Yeah. There you go. So you guys are going to be in the back. You're going to be in the front. And you're going to be in the front. All right. I'm glad I figured that out. Okay. It's not the best representation of what I wanted to do. If I can get my printer to work properly, you guys would have had an immaculate looking font instead of what you see now. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. Still looking solid. Thank you, Devlin. Thanks for the vote of confidence because right now I'm like, oh man, this is probably the worst. I mean, compared to this and then this, I don't know. I could have done better. But that's just probably the crafter in me saying, you could have done better. Crafters are probably the hardest on themselves. And I know this. I know that I'm hard on myself. It's just I want it to look perfect. Okay. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put this right here. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at that. Not too shabby. Okay, I'm a little hard on myself. It's not that bad. It actually looks pretty cool. After everything is said and done, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. Although I'm gonna have to change out the sentiment. This just looks awful. This sentiment looks awful. But when I do take pictures, I'm sure the sentiment is gonna be changed because that looks really bad. The handwriting makes it look 100% better. 100% better. You think so? I don't know. You guys are just being a little generous on that portion. But the bottles are great. The background looks great. It goes with it. The colors look like the way that they're supposed to. It's just I think this is messing it up a little. But there you go. You now know how to make your own chemistry set from start to finish yet again. Hopefully that this can go onto YouTube without any issues like it did with the other one. Thank you so much, Uni, Loki, and Devlin for stopping on by, keeping me company. Hopefully, you learned something on how to work with basic shapes, not necessarily on your craft, but just on any kind of uh, system that you might work on. You know, if have a CNC machine, now you know how to make these projects using basic shapes. Um, that you could probably utilize. I mean, I'm sure the system will be a little different, but the shapes never change. It's still a square, it's still a rectangle, it's still a circle. And you can combine these and create something pretty interesting. Thank you so much for stopping on by. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.